Hello, I'm Wendy Buckley, and today I'm going to talk about ISO 14001 2015 transitioning in practice. Our focus today is really going to be on transitioning between the existing ISO 14001 2004 to the 2015 certification, though the things that I'm going to talk about today are equally appropriate if you don't have the standard already. To make this as practical as possible for you, we've designed and put online a little gap tool for you to use after this video. So watch out at the end and we'll put the links up for you to use that. Now, quite a few folks have been saying to us, do I need to transition to the 2015 certification right now, or can I leave it by a couple of years? It really depends where you are in your certification cycle, and although it may be possible to delay that a little bit, maybe you should question whether it's something you can actually benefit within your business. A lot of folks are already carrying out the transition right now and also benefiting from the changes about the standard. There is also a slight question in how long the external auditors are going to continue to support the old standard. I'd recommend that you talk with your management team and see what's important for you, and then define your timelines from there. It may be the case that there aren't any sensitivities to time, and you can be more leisurely with your approach to it. However, if your competitors already have the new standard, then it may be more advantageous to you to get yours sorted now. The new ISO 14001 is a lot less about having mounds of documentation and more about having the right information and the right business context. Team engagement, employee awareness and communication are also key to its success. It's trying to consciously avoid silo working and perhaps what's happened in the past of the system being stuck only with environmental team and those responsible having no powers with the top team to actually get done the things they want to get done. It's about involving the top teams, and it's giving the power to the environmental managers to do things perhaps they haven't done before. Consciously avoids silo working. The structure itself, as you'll probably be aware, follows a new common structure known as Annex SL, and up on the screen there you can see some of the main categories for that, and those will be very familiar to you if you're changing your ISO 9001, and going forward the changes within the OSAS 18001 are expected to follow suit. I think it's very good news that the ISOs are following a consistent process, and I do recommend to you that you get hold of the ISO documents directly. Have a little bit of a shop around online, because depending on where you get these, you can pay variable rates for the original documentation. And it's really important you do refer to this documentation, not just someone's interpretation of it, which could send you down all sorts of blind alleys, getting things wrong, wasting resource, and you don't want to be doing that. And a quick note also on auditors. You do have choice. There is a good market out there now of very good UCAS accredited auditors to do your certification. So maybe with the advent of 2015, it's time to have a think about a fresh set of external eyes on this. You may well find some different opinions on your systems. I'd encourage these, but at the same time, you are empowered to challenge those. In our experience, there are some significant differences in services. That's not to say that one provider is better than any other, but within your context and within your business model, there may be an auditor that's better suited to your needs. Carbon footprint has helped many clients over the years with their ISO documentation and towards audits. And I'd say quite a common thing there has been some quite unrealistic expectations on timings of when things can be done. When perhaps there's a PQQ that needs you to have certification within a certain number of weeks, it's just not going to be possible in most cases to get there. So here's a straightforward cost analysis for transitioning for a single site business. This might be because you only have one site, or it may be, as is common practice, that the ISO 14001 is just certified on one site. Watch out for additional days of on-site audits via your external auditor. There's some variation in the market about this, and if you're asked for extra days that you usually wouldn't have, then please do challenge it. The gap analysis in practice is something quite straightforward to do. Take all the categories from the ISO documentation and basically pitch yourself up against those. And I've just used some simple traffic light colours against this to indicate where work needs to be done. Don't write an essay, just answer the questions. Be realistic about what you need to do, and just what you need to do, not to gild the lily. Having completed the gap analysis and coming away now with a list of actions of things you need to do, you're in a good place to do a little bit of project management and work out how long, realistically, that's going to take you to achieve those things. I've shown here for the single site option what a schedule could look like, and it is possible, with the right resource in place, to get this completed within 6 weeks. Many folks, of course, have responsibilities that extend beyond the environmental into the health and safety and also quality. So at this point, it's an ideal time to consider the integration of the systems, particularly now that they have the common structure between them. If you aren't doing already, I'd probably think about the ISO 9001 first and wait until the autumn so that we can see what happens with the OSS 18001 and its transitioning across to ISO 45000. You completed the process and got a successful certification to the 2015 standard. Now is the time to really leverage it in your business. I think now that your work will be a lot more exposed to the top team, it should give you a lot more latitude to do more with it. So make it work within your business, make it work beyond your business and in your markets. Thanks for listening to our video today, and we wish you every success with your ISO 14001 2015 journey. And as I said right at the beginning, we'll put a link just attached to this here so you can try out the new gap tool and see exactly where you are today and plan to get your certification done. If you'd like to talk with us about your ISO certification and about support with your gap analysis or with your documentation, please call Carbon Footprint.